tonight to present my thesis, Noise in the Raman Spectrometer. So first of all, what is a Raman spectrometer? So, well, for any nerds like me over there in the audience, it's currently the closest thing we have to the tricorder from Star Trek. Well, at least in my opinion. So essentially, it's a laser-based chemical analyzer. So you use a laser to identify and quantify chemical components in a biological specimen. This system has the potential to revolutionize a variety of areas in the modern world. Food quality control, can you identify if an apple is fresh without biting into it? IED detection, can the system smell buried explosives? Disease diagnosis, we can detect cancer earlier, and also disease monitoring as well, such as using urine rather than blood to monitor a diabetic's blood glucose level. So now on to the tricky bit. I don't really want to bore you with the physics of how a Raman spectrometer actually works. So I'm going to employ something that I like to dub the snooker analogy to Raman spectrometry. Okay, so how does the Raman spectrometer work? So I'd like you to think of the Q as a laser, the table as a biological specimen, the white ball as a photon, and the different colored balls as different types of chemicals. So in snooker, well, the Q moves the white ball at random and pockets colored balls at random as well. In snooker, depending on what colored ball you pocket, you get different number of points. Similarly, when a photon interacts with a chemical bond, it produces an energy exchange that's specific to that chemical. So, also, there's more red balls on the table than any other color ball. So, the white ball has a greater chance of pocketing a red than it has of any other color. And that's exactly the same with photons and chemicals. So, by monitoring the quantity of energy exchanges, you can not only identify what chemicals are there, but how much there are of them. And that way, you can exactly identify what your biological specimen is and what stage it is at as well. And this can allow you to detect whether an apple is fresh, etc. So, what do I do? Well, aside from pulling out my hair on a regular basis, I use a special camera to collect and count photons. So once they've been collected and counted, I separate out the noise from the actual signal, and this allows me to apply statistics and algorithms to identify what chemicals are there and how much of each chemical there is. So once I've done that, I reanalyze the entire process that's used to produce this data, and I want to see if I can do it in a more efficient manner. So that can be done by optimizing the hardware used to produce and collect the photons, or optimizing the statistical algorithms used to classify the data and to examine it. So greater efficiency will mean greater sensitivity to smaller amounts of chemicals. It'll also increase the diagnostic accuracy in a clinical setting, and then hopefully we're one step closer to making the tricorder a reality. Well, thank you very much for your attention.